Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Star Wars The Old Republic, and we're back here with Duran. And last time, we encountered a familiar face, or at least to those of us that played Knights of the Old Republic, and I gotta say, I was extremely happy to see that person. Not gonna spoil who it was, but you probably already know. Anyway, let's accept this hollow call and see where we go next.
I need to talk to you. I have bad news. Yuan's illness has begun to affect her body. She's losing strength, fading fast. Are you any closer to finding the last Noeticon?
I may have figured something out, but I have to get to the Jedi Temple first.
All right. I'm glad you're close. Just be warned. The ruins of the temple are crawling with danger, and getting there means passing through the works. They're not safe either. Be careful, but hurry. I don't know how long Yuan will last.
Yes, I'm sure she will last a good amount of time because she is a very strong Jedi Master, but obviously we do have to deal with the fact that, yeah, we're going into one of my most hated areas, and that is the works. Wait a minute, the works sector? Do I have a quick travel point to the works? Apparently I have a quick travel to the works sector, but I don't think this is actually going to be what I think it is. I think it's going to be one of those things that is just like, oh, look at me, I'm a quick travel point in the place you need to go to. I'm pretty sure this is the wrong way to go, or is it? Okay, there's actually a taxi down there, but can I not just take a taxi there? No, it's highly unlikely, isn't it? Okay, well, I'm going to be traveling through the works. It's going to take a bit of time. So, for those of you that have watched my Sith Warrior series and my Smuggler series, here's a small cameo of a little known fellow known as Jeff. Oh yes, Jeff the Chemi Lizard. That is his name, of course. So, yes, we have arrived in the Jedi Temple ruins, and it's actually kind of weird, because the works used to be a dreaded thing for me. When I used to play back in 2012 when the game first came out, I made a... What did I make? I don't know, I think I had my trooper, actually. Yeah, I made my trooper way back. And then I was going through Coruscant and I was like, yeah, I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan of this. And that was more specifically referring to the area known as the Works, and I got lost there so much, and now I do it after this many years. Obviously I have not played the game for that much, for that many years, but the point is that it is now extremely, for some reason, easy to get through it. And yeah, okay, maybe I've just become a little bit better at navigating, or maybe it's just the fact that it's not actually that difficult and I thought it was difficult back then. So yeah, it's actually kind of a weird nostalgic feeling I get when I go through the works, because now it's so clear to me and it's very, very simple in actual fact about where you have to go and everything, but beforehand it was not. And I guess that's just a testament to actually kind of getting a little bit older, I suppose, because obviously back then I was a little bit younger and I kind of didn't know really what was going on so much with the game, but obviously now I do, so maybe that's also partially the reason. So yeah, it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice to have that little bit of a change, but it's also nice to sort of remember those times, because they were, it was pretty difficult. It was pretty difficult to actually play the game at that point as well, because everything was much more difficult. Much more difficult, because each companion had their own abilities, and it was all very sort of weird when it came to, well, not actually weird, but when you were trying to do something and you didn't have a healing companion or whatever, or your particular class gained your healing companion extremely late. So, for example, the trooper, I think, gains, I don't want to spoil anything if you haven't seen the story, but anyway, gains their healing companion around level 30 as far as I'm aware, or maybe a little bit earlier or later than that, give or take a couple of levels. And you know, before that, it's extremely difficult. It's pretty difficult, and you got to play with damage, and you got to play with tanks and all that sort of thing. And yeah, it's actually pretty cool to see those changes, obviously, because then it makes it a lot easier for newer players, and you know, things like that, and for more casual players, and you know, it's pretty good. But anyway, I'm ranting a little bit too much here. Anyway, let's go in and locate the Jedi Archives, and we need to place the Noeticons in these small areas here. And now we can use the Jedi Archives.
This is it. The database where the ritual that can shield your master from the plague is kept.
A stellar work. 1 part computer, 1 part holocron. Truly ingenious.
It's best just to get on with it.
Masters, you know why we've gathered.
The Jedi Order is imperiled by an ancient plague, one that warps the minds of even the wisest of masters and turns them to the dark side.
This young Jedi has stepped forward in search of a way to help his ailing master and save the Jedi Order, but he cannot do it without our help.
Millennia ago, a powerful ritual was developed to shield the Jedi from the power of this ancient plague.
The ritual cut off the Plague Master from his victims, but it exacted a great price from the healer who wielded it. It is once again necessary for someone to use the ritual.
The ritual is a difficult one to learn, Jedi, and will take many hours of deep meditation and study.
Are you ready to learn it?
I am ready, Master.
Then open your mind, and we will teach you.
You seem to have mastered everything we have to show you, Jedi.
Such a bright, inquisitive mind. It has been an honor to teach you.
But remember, the shielding ritual will draw on your strength, and you can only regain what you've spent when the Plague Master's bond with his victims is broken.
I appreciate the warning.
You now have the knowledge you need to save your master. Use it wisely and well, and may the Force be with you.
Reckless, foolish Jedi. So eager to find a cure for your master, you led us right to the prize. My master and I are most grateful.
It's too late. I've already learned the ritual.
Yes, and you're the only one who will learn it. Ah! There. No more terminal, no more ritual. No miracle healing this time.
You can't possibly fathom how much I will enjoy destroying you.
Excellent. Come. I will teach you to cut your enemies down with the sheer blade of rage.
Okay. Is it just me that thought that was a little bit weird and kind of a little bit like, why does he sound like that? I mean, why, when he destroyed the Noeticons, when he unleashed, shall we say, unleashed his lightning ability against the Noeticons, why did he go, like, quite badly? I don't know why that line was a little bit weird, a little bit off. Oh well, doesn't matter. What does matter is we're gonna kill him. Yes, we're gonna kill him very, very quickly. Come on now, let's do this. Oh yes, I like it. There we go. Okay, so it's going pretty nicely so far, and Forcequake is obviously amazing. I very much appreciate using that. I do have a stun. There's my stun. There we go. That's what I like to use. Very nice. Okay, so the mysterious Sith has obviously been defeated. So yes, let me get this straight. When we heal someone, the bond has to break for us to regain our strength, but isn't the healing actually doing that already? Maybe not. Maybe it's just curing them, but the bond has not broken. The bond can only break when we kill the Plague Master? Is that true? Well, I guess we'll find out.
Finally, there you are. I've been kept apprised of your situation. The Council is very concerned about Yuan's health. We've been trying to contact you for hours. Did you find anything in the Jedi Temple?
The ancient masters taught me a technique to shield Yuan.
So there is hope after all. Hurry back. Yuan is fading fast. Any delay could be costly.
I find it rather amusing as well that we are a Padawan and we are apparently supposed to be braving these massive dangers. I mean, we just had a Sith attack us, and while he was relatively easy to defeat, not everyone would have found that. I mean, obviously not every player, but I'm talking about in terms of role-playing standpoints. But yeah, not every Jedi would have found that to be an easy fight. And I'm actually kind of surprised because surely if Master Yuan is as, shall we say, valuable to the Jedi Order as they say, then maybe it would be a good idea for a Jedi Master, to actually take up the reins and to be like, oh yes, yeah, I'd like to help with that, or maybe something like that, yes. I mean, you know, that would actually be logical to assume, maybe? I don't know. I mean, what is Master CO actually doing otherwise? Is Master CO... I mean, I'm sure that he has better things to do, but that's the thing. Like, how can you quantify, quote-unquote, better in this case? Because obviously Master Yuan's life is at stake, so... Ah, well, I don't know. Maybe they just very much trust us as a Padawan because we are very powerful.
Oh, you're here! Quickly! We're barely detecting a pulse on Yuan. If there was any time to test what you learned in the temple, it's now.
Be quiet and let me concentrate.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Padawan, no. No, I was making you a Jedi. What happened? I feel so much better. But why do you look so weak? What did you do?
I shielded you from the person who was making you ill, but it took some of my strength.
Thank you, and I'm sorry. The last thing I remember clearly is your ceremony on Tython. Oh, my student, I am sorry I wasn't a better master.
I wish you had told me about your condition sooner.
Yes, I see now the foolishness of hiding it. Now I am more myself. I could feel someone else in my mind, polluting my thoughts, twisting them.
Can you remember any specifics about this person?
I really wish I could give you more details, but my memory of that time is hazy at best.
Pardon me. The Council wishes to speak with you when you're ready.
Do you know what they want?
They only said it was important.
I'll be all right for now. Go to the Council. We can speak later.
Yes, that's absolutely fine. Go back to sleep, Master Yuan. I find that a bit amusing as well. Anyway, we do have to go to the upper level. Alright, so we're on level 2 of the Senate Tower, and we're just about to speak to the Jedi Council. I'm actually kind of intrigued to see what they have to say, because obviously we have learnt an ancient technique from some ancient Jedi, obviously, and I'm kind of, well, I don't know. Are they going to... Oh, they actually have a chamber here. Okay, and there seems to be a waiting room outside. Well, that's rather amusing, isn't it? Anyway, this is going to be... I think a little bit weird. I mean, they're going to be asking us to probably hunt down the Plague Master, I would assume. Let's see if that's the case.
You're here. Thank you for contacting us so quickly. We're sorry to have to pull you away from Yuan.
We wouldn't have called you here if it wasn't urgent. First, tell us what you've learned about Yuan's illness.
It's a plague created by a Sith named Tarek Morridge. Here's what we know.
Interesting. And worrying. They've started to receive disturbing communications from other masters. We fear Ewan's illness is not an isolated case.
The illness was created by Tarek Morridge, but a different Sith is using it now. I don't know his name, but I fought his apprentice in the temple.
Yes. It's imperative that we find this Sith before the illness spreads further. Unfortunately, we have no leads. We can only hope that tracking down and shielding the victims will help lead us to this Sith.
I sense you have a new task for me.
A small number of victims suggest that this Sith needs some sort of contact with his victims to control them. I hesitate to ask any more sacrifice of you. You've already done so much. But with the terminal in the temple destroyed, you are the only one capable of shielding the afflicted masters and stopping this Sith, whoever he is.
I will track down the man responsible.
We all have faith in you.
You'll need to be able to move freely around the galaxy. To that end, we've prepared a ship for you in the spaceport.
Where am I going?
The missing masters were last heard from on Terrace and Nar Shaddaa. Find them, and break the Plague Master's hold on them.
Say your goodbyes to Yuan. But time is of the essence. Good luck.
Alright, okay, that seems... yeah, I would have assumed that that would be the case, but we're gaining a ship. That's really, really cool. Unfortunately, that does mean that, well... yeah, I actually... wait a minute, it is the same... it is the same ship as the Jedi Knight, as far as I'm aware. I think I recall that from somewhere, but... that's nice, because I remember the layout, or do I? That's the thing. Do I remember the layout? Yes, I think I do. Anyway, I'm going to try and jump down here and see if I die... no. There we go. I did not die. That is good. Alright, so after having taken that plunge, we are now back at Master Yuan, and we'll see what she has to say.
Ah, it's good to see you through my own eyes once more. What did the Council have to say?
Other masters have fallen ill. The Council has asked me to save them.
I see. But there is still someone we must find. The person behind this. Whoever was in my mind. Stop him, so that I don't have to be shielded anymore. So your strength can be restored. Remember, let your instincts guide you. Keep to the Jedi Code, and may the Force be with you.
I will try my best. I will certainly try my best. Thank you very much for that. So, yes, apparently it is a Corellian Defender-class light cruiser, and we need to use our ship's holo terminal. So, I'm going to be going back to the Senate Plaza, and then we'll be boarding our ship. But I think we'll do that in the next episode, because obviously we're then going to be heading straight on to, I would assume, I think Nar Shaddaa is probably the place to go. But we don't actually know that yet because they haven't really given us the missions. But we're going to be interacting with the holoterminals, probably be talking to Satele, I would assume. And then she's obviously going to tell us a little bit more about it, or maybe we'll speak to Yuan. I actually have no idea, so I guess we'll find out when that happens. So I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.